welcome to our black and yellow transformation tutorials. And today we will be taking you step by step on how to identify 10 transformations and how to graph them as well.
Hope you enjoy.
Thank you. Now to start off, we're just going to start with a simple quadratic equation, y equals x squared. And this is how it's going to look on the graph, as you can see right here.
We're going to start off with a horizontal shift 2 units to the left. Whenever we move it 2 units to the left, it has to be in the parentheses and it has to be a positive number. So if we look at it at a graph, it would be moving to the left 2 units.
For horizontal shift to the right, it's a negative number. You do the opposite of what's in the parentheses. Now here we have -2, which would really be going to the right 2 units.
To identify a horizontal reflection, you always want to look at inside the parentheses to see if there's either a negative sign in front of the x, which means that the graph will reflect over the y-axis because of the horizontal reflection. Here's our look on the graph. Now keep in mind that this is still a horizontal reflection. It will not reflect over the x-axis, it will reflect over the y-axis, including all x values will change, as you can see.
For horizontal compression, you have to multiply the x in the parentheses times a number greater than 1. So here we have the example as 2, and on the graph it would look narrower.
For horizontal expansion, the graph expands this way for the x values. And we have an example here, 1/2, and you really do the opposite, so you multiply the x values. So you get the x values multiplied by 2, and it goes outward.
Now to identify a vertical reflection, you're always going to want to look outside the parentheses to see if there's either a negative sign. As you can see in this case, there is. Now keep in mind, inside the parentheses, everything's going to go opposite. So in this case, the graph is going to shift 2 units to the left. Let's look at this on the graph. It reflects over the x-axis because of the vertical reflection, and it shifts 2 units to the left. 1, 2, and there's all y values change.
For vertical shift, we have to look at a number outside the parentheses. For example, here is 3, and it's a positive, so it will be moving up 3. If we look at the graph, the original starts at the origin, and it moves up 3. 1, 2, 3.
So vertical shift is when you move the graph, you move the graph down. So you look outside the parentheses, and our example is a -3. So in our graph, we move the graph down 3 from our original function, 1, 2, 3.
Now for vertical compression, you also again want to look outside the parentheses for a number less than 1. Now for vertical compression, the graph has always become narrower. And let's look at that. For example, you see the graph, the original, and now it becomes more narrow outside.
For vertical expansion, you multiply a number greater than 1, and it has to be outside of the parentheses. So in a graph, it would end up looking wider. You start off with the parent function, and it goes bigger. Now that we went over the basics, we're going to show you a more catchy way to memorize it.
You know what it is.
Transformations, transformations, transformations.
You know what it is.
Transformations, 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 transformations.
You know what it is. Everything parentheses is opposite. You know how it is. Teaching you how to solve any type of function. Now vertical expansion and horizontal compression. Plug it in, goes up or down or sideways or reflection. Now step 1, here we go. Y equals x squared. Daniella, let us show. Horizontal shift left occurs when you add a +2 in parentheses. Then a horizontal right occurs when you subtract -2 in parentheses. Now horizontal reflection occurs when you add a negative inside the parentheses. All x values change, and all x values change. Here we go. Now a horizontal compression when the graph becomes narrow and multiplied by a number greater than 1. Horizontal expansion is when you expand the function outward instead of combining. Multiply the x values in parentheses. Now vertical reflections when you change all the y values to negative and in the front of a rest of equation. Yeah, that's how we do it. Already, cuz. Yeah. Reflection. That's how we go.
Vertical.
Right. Alright, Mr. Mango. I hope you have fun. See our little video and our tutorials, cause
we have fun doing it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
crazy.
really fun doing
No.
the function.
And the dance.
Alright, bro. Well, hope you like our video. Alright, I'll see you on Monday.